they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window? I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets.
Happy Tuesday and welcome to all my fellow golf enthusiasts. It's a great day in the United States of America. It's 4th of July, also known as Joey Chestnut Day. By the time you're hearing this, he's probably already won his 16th title, which makes him the greatest athlete in any sport ever. No, I did not bet Joey Chestnut to win because he's a 50-1 favorite. But I did try to find a site to take action on betting James Webb to come in second. So let's hope by the time you listen to that that's at least come true. Congrats to Ricky Fowler. I'm very excited about this week's episode. Excited for Ricky last week. I'm excited for Wimbledon starting. I got two tennis futures for you real quick. Bet Batista Agut and or Fucsovic to win their quarter and get it in there soon before the odds drop. Stoked for the John Deere Classic, and it's Dinger Tuesday, man. It's a great day in America. I'm your host, Denny One Time, joined by the newly retired Graybo. Ray, let's start with how excited were you for Ricky Fowler? Let's start there.
Oh, man, I was really excited for Ricky. He's been knocking on the door all this year. His comeback year, he's been great. Probably secured his spot on the Ryder Cup team. But I think the big winner with Ricky was Fitz actually betting it. Duke and I being on vacation, we kind of took a week off, but it was cool not to have any bets and watch Ricky do it for that week. I also want to give a shout-out. 2 weeks ago, I forgot to give a shout-out to a listener of Graybo's Giblets, Mike Salter, we call him, a.k.a. Salt, who actually bet Wyndham Clark 75-1, and I told him I'd shout him out. Won over 1K. Nice win for him. And for anyone that listens to this, if you send us your screenshots of your winnings, we'll give you some shout-outs on the show. So, Salt, that one's for you. But I'm excited to get into the John Deere Classic, even though we don't really have the most exciting field, but it's golf, baby. So it's July 4th. Let's get it.
And before I introduce Fitz, Gray, look for that echo cancellation button. I know you're on your phone. It's getting a little kickback if you can find it. It's not awful. We're not going to stop, but let's go. So, all right, I would like to introduce our producer, Ryan. I had a future on Ricky Fitz. So, Ryan, be truthful. Are you more excited for Ricky Fowler or more excited for yourself cashing that ticket this week?
I'm definitely more excited for myself because I'm just a selfish individual. I was the opposite of you and Gray, right? You guys had no bets but watched the golf. I had the bets but didn't watch the golf because I'm an idiot and I didn't follow any of the weather stuff. So I was watching the delay on mute. So I wasn't checking live bets or anything because I had the Ricky live. And then I got a couple texts from people saying that was awesome. And I was like, what's so awesome about the guys at the turn? And I was just missing the live playoff. So good for me. I didn't hedge down my bet. So I'm happy about it.
Yeah, the PGA didn't really do a great job with that. And they, moved up the tee times because of weather, and no one, I'm sure you're not the only one. And they didn't even you had to stream it right on your laptop. And I don't know where my echo cancellation is, so hopefully this just works.
We'll just ride it out, baby. Ride it out.
But yeah, it was over at noon.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people did the same thing that Fitz did because of a lack of communication on the PGA's part. But let's move into this week's tournament. We're going to break down everything you need to know going into this week's John Deere Classic at TPC Deere Run in Silvis, Illinois. We're going to give you some DFS plays, some one-and-dones. We're going to talk about last week's one-and-dones, which is relevant because I had somebody good. We're going to talk about our outright winners and our favorite play of the weekend. We ride. So, Gray, why don't you give us a little course update about TPC Deere Run?
Yeah, all right, TPC Deere Run. We got a par 71, about 7,300 yards. We got bent grass greens. This is one of the easiest courses on tour. A lot of wide fairways. Maybe not wide enough for Fitz to hit, but for PGA players, very wide. Another birdie fest. So it really comes down to who's going to be making the putts. Obviously, Callum Tarrant might struggle, but I'm sure Fitz will talk about that. Accuracy, definitely want to have accuracy more off the tee than distance, in my opinion. Uh, Accuracy would be key from about 75 yards to 150 yards out with that second shot hitting the fairway. So some good wedge play could get you a championship this week. And I know this sounds stupid, but avoid bogeys. If you bogey one of these holes, you're going to be losing probably 2 shots on the field because it's going to be absolutely birdies everywhere. So my big strategy this week is who are the players that avoid bogeys, who are the best players off the tee, accuracy-wise, who makes a lot of birdies, and strokes gained putting, and then emphasis on bent grass.
The old bent grass. So let's start with our DFS picks. We'll start at the top, 9K and above. Obviously, the chalky guy this week is Denny. He's the most expensive. Gray, are you taking Denny? Or are you coming down and saving some money?
Now, I will have a little bit of Denny. He's also knocking on the door, and he's one of the best putters this week in a weak field. And he's been very close to winning. Look at Ricky, close to winning, and then finally breaks through. So definitely could be Denny's week. I probably will have a bet on Denny. But play the guys that you like this week. This is the type of field that throws some darts and try to get different from the field. Look at ownership percentage and get different. And I'm going with the guy that I've been saying all year long, Eric Cole, 9,700. He's knocking on the door, 30-1. Get it now. I think he ships it this week. My pick to ship it, Eric Cole, so I'm going to have a lot of them.
Yeah, you've been on the Eric Cole train, and it's been right for the most part. He's been playing well. Fitz, who you like up top?
Yeah, so I was looking at this kind of like from years past here. You can be successful going down the board, but then you look at last week, and Ricky and Morikawa were the guys that have the chalk guys. So my one chalk is going to be Henley at 10-4. And I'm going to have a theme here. He was the runner-up in 2019. And then I'm also going to go down to 9,200 at Grillo, who was the runner-up last year. A guy that notoriously cannot putt, but has somehow found the putter recently. So I like him this week.
And I noticed because of his performance, Grillo's performance, Gray doesn't say Grillo anymore when you pick him. So that's worn off.
I can't say anything about him right now. He's playing pretty well.
I'm at 9K and above. I think I'm going to probably fade. I mean, I like Denny, but I'm going to probably fade him just because of the price. And he's going to be – a lot of people are going to be on him. I'm thinking about sprinkling some Hadwin, who's since he got tackled and since his wife's pep talk, has actually played pretty well. I'm going to be heavy on Shank and Grillo. Shank had a T4 here 2 years ago and has played well this year. Grillo, as mentioned before, has been playing well and came in second last year. Probably heavier on those two folks. Value, 7 to 9K. Gray, who do you like in that range?
Yeah, I'm an 8K guy. You can save a little money with Patrick Rogers. It's going to be my 8K guy at 8,300. He's solid here. 4 out of his last 5, he's made the cut. He was a runner-up 4 years ago. Playing some pretty good golf, good putter. And then my $7,000 guy, again, guys that I've been playing all year, Carson Young. And then you can also get Jaeger Bombs and Hardy. Just guys I've been playing all year, guys I like, that I'll be sprinkling in.
Fitz.
Love it. Rogers with the runner-up there. I might have to add him to the lineup. I'm going to go
You like the 4 years ago.
Yeah, that was deep. I didn't go back that far. Doug Gim at 8,000. He's been playing pretty well. I think this is a good fit for him. Obviously, you can pencil in Callum Tarrant in this range here, 7,300. He will figure out the putter. He cannot do any worse than he did last week. So, and then Gray touched on him, Nick Hardy. You got to go at least one geography pick, right? A fight in the Illini from Illinois. So we'll go with Nick Hardy.
He's used to the barometric pressure, the humidity of Illinois, the wind.
It worked for Keegan.
Yeah, it did.
We get to talk about the Travelers because we're on vacation, but Fitz was all over that guy.
That's true. Geography picks come through. All right, so this range, I like Reeve at 7,700. He's actually been playing well of late, and he's had some success here, like a top 20 2 years ago. And the guy, Hust. Am I saying his name right, Gray?
I don't even know who that is.
Well, he
Give me what do you have on him?
he's 7,400. He played well last week, and he's cheap. So, and he PGA Tour, PGAtour.com has him in their top 15 on their power rankings, and that's
good enough for me.
That doesn't factor in like price or ownership. It's just like top 15 most likely to win, and so I think there's a lot of value there at 7,400. So let's go even deeper. Long shots under 7K. Gray, let's start with you. Under 7K.
Yeah.
What do you like?
And then also I got to give Duke props too. Reeve, great pick for the Travelers. Y'all,
Yeah.
Man, I should have played some lineups that I didn't play because I was too busy doing something. But we could have been in business with Keegan and Reeve.
I know.
So yeah, long shot. Really weak field, but there are some players down here that you can find that've had some good weeks that make cuts. And one is at 6,900, Malnati the Body. He was 9th last week. This is a guy like Thursday. He's always in small fields like this. You find him at the top of the leaderboard and he kind of fades, but it's fine with me because Thursday and Friday he does well. He makes the cut. And for 6,900, that's what you need. He's made the cut here 4 out of the 5 times he's played here. He was 9th last week, and he birdies a lot. And what you need, a lot of birdies. So Malnati will be getting a lot of attention from me to be put into my lineups.
Fitz, long shots.
I'm going to go with Carl Wan, 6,800. Shout out Carl Kachuba. I'm also going to go with Ryan Moore, 6,900. He was also a runner-up here in 2021. He also won in 2016, going back, 7 years, Gray? So how about that one?
That's nice. I saw that too. He's just been so bad. I don't even know he still played golf.
Does he still wear that stupid hat?
I don't know. I haven't seen him. Then I guess he finally got in the field because no one's playing this week.
Yeah, well, good for Ryan Moore. Hopefully we have a Ryan Moore.
But, I mean, he's very good here.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out Zach Johnson. Also very good here.
Yeah, when you're old enough to be in the Ryder Cup captain but still playing in tournaments, good for you. So, yeah, I'm going to I had a hard time finding people I liked under 7K. I kind of looked at some names maybe that haven't played as well lately but have played well here. Sean O'Hare had a T11 here a couple years ago at 6,500, and then Gligic actually had a top 10 here recently, and he's really cheap at 6,200. But obviously, he's not done much of late. So again, I'm not saying I like those guys. I'm saying if you have to pick someone under 7K, those are guys I'm kind of going with.
You're mining those out. Those are deep picks,
Very deep, very deep,
deep sleepers.
All right, so let's get into our one and done picks. Before we talk about next week, let's talk about last week, Fitz. What did we do? Who did we take last week in one and done?
I took Callum a week too early because he's going to win this week. Gray, I don't know who Gray took.
I took Homa, who I think was like 25th or something. Decent week from him.
Who did I take, Fitz?
Gray's hanging out in 5th. I'm still in the cellar. Duke took Ricky Fowler. Congratulations, Duke.
Let's go.
Good job,
Let's go,
Duke.
Rick.
You and the other 20 people that picked him. Good job.
Yeah,
I didn't make up much ground on the field because a lot of people took him, but it's my second win of the year. Just think about I took Rahm when he won. I took Fowler, so that's 2 wins this year, which is not bad. But I'm still in 63rd place. So just think about how poorly I've done. And if you guys are following Jimbo, my God,
Jimbo's unbelievable. I gotta give him props.
Dude, he's at $22 million in earnings. He's picked. I think I counted 7 million plus finishes. He's picked all the majors.
He's got 5 winners.
He picked all the majors right so far, and then he had 7 million plus finishes, and then he had like a $900,000 finish. So 22 million.
You get money for majors by itself. He's going to sweep that. You get regular season crushing, and then if he can hold out the playoffs overall, he'll get even more. I mean, he's going to have a nice payday.
It's a shame this won't get him an invite back to the Ryder Cup this year, but at least he's going to have his fun. Congrats, Jimbo, if you're listening. I'm jealous, man. Like I've never seen somebody go over 22 million, especially at this point in the year.
It's unbelievable.
It's insane. All right, so let's get into this week. Gray, who is your one and done pick this week?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Denny. I'm sure he'll be popular, but I'm trying to get into that top four. Top four makes money. Hopefully Jimbo picks him. I'm not catching Jimbo, but if Jimbo picks him, I'm on the right track. Denny McCarthy, he's a Wahoo. This could be the week he wins. He's close.
Yeah, Fitz. How about you? You already burned Callum, so here you take.
I already burned Callum. Also, as the Ryder Cup captain, Jimbo's my first alternate, and I might just draft him, even if he's not in the pool. So shout out to Jimbo.
Take him as like a FU to who did he leave? Who did he abandon? What captain?
Shane.
If Shane. He's on your team.
Short memory. It was raining, People gotta, get out of there. I'm gonna go with Russell Henley just because who cares, really, honestly. I'm gonna bet Denny, but I'll go Russell here.
Cool. I've already burned Denny, so he was not an option for me. I'm not sure if I would have taken him because I think he'll be super chalky and one and done. But I'm going with Adam Schenk. He came in 7th last week. He top 4 here in 2021. So both form and course history. And he's still he's not like super chalky. I'm sure he'll be pretty heavily owned in like a lot of formats. But taking him and like when else am I going to take Adam Schenk is kind of how I looked at it as well. So
never
trending into outright winners. Looks like Gray has quite a few people he likes this week. Gray, who you betting?
I mean, it's July 4th. Feeling frisky. This is a tournament where anyone can win. But obviously, like my guy Denny McCarthy, and I'm using the DraftKings boost to get him at 17-1, which I kind of like there. Cole, obviously, 30-1. This new young sensation that, if you're watching Aberg, the Swede, 25-1. Maybe he breaks through this week in a weak field to get him on the Ryder Cup for Europe. He's drawing a lot of attention. We got Jagerbaum, 30-1. Hardy, 75-1. Carson Young, 90-1. And Malnati, the body, 180-1. So I'm basically taking everyone that I picked in the Giblet podcast today and throwing some sprinkles on them somewhere.
Nothing is more American than eating hot dogs and betting on golf. Let's go. All right, Fitz, who are you sprinkling on this week?
Yep, Denny 17-1. I don't want to miss him. Kind of like the Ricky play last week. I don't want to miss him when he pulls through. Grillo 30-1. He's at 30 everywhere. And then obviously Callum at 80-1. Look at him, short, under 100.
Man,
that
is short.
Would you even consider that chalky? Would Callum be chalky this week?
He is kind of chalky. I mean, if you listen to anything or read anything, like everyone mentions him now. So I think he's gonna have a good week.
That's the Ryan Fitz effect.
That's right. It's all me.
All right. So the guys I'm betting, I'm taking Schenk at 28-1, Grillo at 30-1. Reeve at 55-1, and my new favorite friend Cust, I hope I'm saying his name right, at 110-1, and all of those are on FanDuel as well. But looking at y'all's picks, I considered Callum. I was surprised to see him that short at 80. I would like him at 100 or more. I would like to see Cole a little higher. Like for me, I looked at Cole. He's been playing great, but like someone like Grillo, who's like been all around it, like more experience playing on Sunday, and he's the same price. Like that's why I'm kind of leaning more towards Grillo as opposed to Cole. And Aberg, whatever his name is, 25-1 for a guy who's brand new. That's crazy low odds. I mean, I would want a little more price, but he could do it, man. Like he's been playing well. So
he's good, man.
All right, so let's go into We Riding. Fitz, you want to tell us how we did last week? So really, it's 2 weeks ago because it was the Travelers.
Yeah, but if we would have made picks last week, I'm sure we would have thrived.
Oh yeah.
But going back to Travelers, we're back collectively. We're up just under 2 units with Mr. Geography himself, Keegan Bradley, hitting. I put him at a top 20 plus 310. So
he was plus 310.
Obviously, the outright winner. But that was great. So yeah, great. Who do you like this week?
Yeah. So I'm going with Cole. Get a top 20 here at plus 165 on DraftKings. And when Denny gives his pick, they're the matchup this week. I would love to get some action on that.
Ooh, okay. My ears are buzzing. Fitz, who you like?
I'm going to go Grillo, top 10, plus 370 on FanDuel. He was hovering around 300 everywhere else last time I looked, so seemed like some good value there.
Yeah, I actually was leaning towards Grillo, and I saw you had already taken him, so I just said, hey, for the sake of being different, let's take Shank. So I'm taking Shank top 20, getting plus 150 on DK. So let's stay hot, boys. Let's keep pushing pushing those numbies up there. All right.
Do we have a bet between you two?
Yeah, Cole. I was looking. Cole is plus 100 against Shank, matchup wise.
Day one, just day one.
No, all 4 rounds.
All 4 rounds.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get paid on the units you already owe me. So let's just keep
you did, because I gave you free entry into our the $50 free entry into our major pool draft for the U.S. Open. You never paid me for that, and I just covered you.
Oh, okay.
So enough. I owe you 1 unit.
Okay. So
I'm 0-3 against you.
I'd rather pay you that $50 and just to tell people I'm up 3 units on you.
Okay, you're up 3
Is
units.
that fair?
Yeah.
All right.
$50 is like 2% of a unit for Duke.
I know. I'm smaller.
All right. So let's. So that's the tournament long matchup. You got Cole. I got Shank. Right.
Shank. Yeah. And I try to get some Grillo action, but Grillo's killed me for like every unit.
Yeah. You're gonna go broke fading Grillo.
I won't bet him. I'll just you guys probably don't want me to bet him, because if I bet him, he's going to suck.
Right. That's fair.
I'll stay off Grillo. I won't bet against Grillo either. And we'll go Shank Cole.
I like it. That's a bet.
Straight up. How confident I am in my man Cole.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun bet. I like both of those bets.
Because Shank will like either top 5 or miss the cut. That's his game.
That's fair.
Cole steady.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, hey, guys, that is all for today. Thanks for riding with Graybos. Be sure to tune in next time to see how the squad fared. Please make sure you're subscribed. Click that follow button. We'd be honored if you gave us a review. Email us at info@graybos.co. You can follow us on the gram at graybos_cards. Stop by our card shop located at 214 East Gray Street in the heart of the Arts District of downtown Richmond, Virginia. We are breaking 5 nights a week on Drip. So if sports cards are your thing and you want to buy some on a Monday through Friday night, jump on Drip and find us. We break wrestling cards, baseball, basketball, football, and our big break is every Friday. We appreciate you riding with Graybos. Happy 4th. Giblets. Yep.
When I go to sleep, I don't see sheep, see dollar signs. $100 got him beat the odds for the 100th time at a money line. Brock Purdy was irrelevant, now I'm at the front like a cutting line. G5 to the power 5, Graybo's was on fire like a summertime. I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window? I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window?